The myth of the happy homemaker and the nostalgia that we use to look back at the 1950s housewife and homemaker is just that. It's a fairy tale, it's a myth. Women, even white women, were second class citizens back in the day, and men used drugs and alcohol to keep them subjugated and kept them medicated enough to stay in their place and to perform the duties of being a housewife and mom. That's why a lot of women are opting out of these duties today because it was all a creation of men. I posted this video last year sometime on my TikTok page, but it was before I was popping. And I just wanted to repost that because we have been talking about why women are opting out of marriage, why women are opting out of motherhood. And it is literally because women's labor has been devalued since forever. It doesn't matter the country of origin, it doesn't matter the culture, it doesn't matter the age of the woman. Girls are devalued and taken for granted. So watch this video. I did this last year, but it's still relevant today. And the article is 3 years old, but it's still relevant. And this is why a lot of women globally are saying no to motherhood and are opting out. I started reading a book yesterday talking about the unpaid labor and the devaluation of women. Okay, so let's see. Let's get into this. It says women's unpaid labor is worth $10 trillion. If American women earned minimum wage for the unpaid work they do around the house and caring for relatives, they would have made $1.5 trillion last year. Societies rarely take stock of the value of unpaid care work unless there is a disruption in the supply. On October 24th, 1975, 90% of Icelandic women refused to cook, clean, or look after children for a day. It brought the whole nation to a standstill. Men across the country scrambled to fill in, taking their children to work and overwhelming restaurants. Unpaid labor, what the Organization of Economic Cooperation and Development defines as time spent doing routine housework, shopping for necessary household goods, childcare, tending to the elderly, and other household or non-household members, and other unpaid activities related to household maintenance. It isn't part of the GDP calculations and rarely factors into other measures of economic growth. It is notoriously difficult to value because the normal market signals of supply and demand don't work. Traditional expectations that caring for children, the elderly, and the infirm should be done gratis within the family obscure the true economic value of this work. And yet, what the example of Iceland shows us is that women provide a huge unacknowledged subsidy to the smooth functioning of our economies, which would grind to a halt if women stopped doing this work. So this is a graph that charts time spent each day doing unpaid labor. And the purple is women, the yellow is men. So for like Sweden, number one, what it says off to the side, countries with robust welfare programs have higher gender parity. So, for example, Denmark, women do 4 hours of unpaid labor, men do about 3. In the United States, women do about 4 hours of unpaid labor each day. Men do about, a little over 2, maybe 2.5. And then you get all the way down to India. Men are just like, nah, we're not doing nothing. And women do like 6 hours of unpaid labor. Why is this important? This is important because what we do is valuable. It just isn't valuable to our economy because the devaluation of women and the expectation of women is that we are here to serve others. And that's it.